We're with Lee Oskar at NAMM, and we're at the Lee Oskar Harmonicas booth. Lee, what's new? Because I know your son is now the president of the company. This is your 40th anniversary of Lee Oskar Harmonicas. Like I say, I see the Mick Jagger harmonica. What else is new? What can you develop in the world? Because the harmonica has been around, what? More than 100 years, right?
50.
Whoa, gosh. What are you developing? How are you keeping it growing?
Well, the music is the most important thing. Harmonica, we make the best harmonicas. I mean, I feel that. And
you should know.
Yeah,
you
well,
know you're a player.
Well, yeah, and the reason why I got into manufacturing is because with an incredible facility called Tambo in Japan, and they're going on 105 years making harmonicas, and thank God they were like also fans of my music. But with that said, I was on a quest to find a place with my ideas and my expertise in what would make a better harmonica. Because literally, when I got rid of Eric Burdon and Wall, 1 out of every 10 harmonicas was only good. And so it's been a great ride. And what I want to say is, so I've been manufacturing with Tambo, the Lee Oskar harmonicas, 40 years. But it's more important than 40 years in business. It's the same product. It's been consistent. The quality control and everything has been proven. So it's not like I started when I manufactured and we're still trying to figure out what works and keep coming up with ideas, spending more money on molds, throwing and see what sticks. I'm proud to say 40 years with a proven product. And so there's not much for me to change there other than the music needs to support it. So we make different tunings, not just for blues, but for reggae, Latin, you name it. And so my excitement is about how this tool can be applied that we manufacture in so many different genres of music. Okay. That's what will be new and new and new.
Yes. Yeah, it's great to see. I remember an artist like Avicii, he would take EDM music and he would do like blues or country over the top of it. It's taking this music to new audiences and new genres. Tell us how the Mick Jagger harmonica came about.
Well, again, we have a product that I personally feel that we make the best, and I knew that that Mick Jagger was using our natural minors because horns don't do a lot of minor music.
Okay.
And we knew that. I've seen photographs, but we can't exploit that. I can't brag about that because it's a very high-profile name. That in all respect, Mick Jagger has done an incredible job protecting and done the right business. He's a brilliant artist.
Very smart.
And very smart. So, you have to respect that. So his son came to us, Gabriel Jagger, and wanted to do this joint venture of a limited edition of the Mick Jagger Lee Oskar harmonica. And we were flattered. It was like a dream come true.
Yeah.
Because that just adds to the acknowledgement as who he is and how much importance my product means, not just to me, but he is acknowledging as a tool that he uses. So it's a big deal to us that we can finally we can say that to the public, and we are now in the negotiations of the next steps that we are doing with Mick Jagger's son, Mick Jagger. So yeah, it's wonderful how nothing is forced. We're not chasing after it. It's very organic and very sincere, and I love it.
And that's what I'm sure they were looking for. They were looking for a big check. They were looking for the real, the authenticity.
Yes. Yeah, we don't make a lot of money in this stuff.
Right.
It's tools that I have to depend on, and I love the fact that Mick Jagger acknowledges that.
Been doing it since the early 60s.
Yeah, and he acknowledged. I just think it's wonderful, and his son being a marketing person, as my company is too. I just love the feel of all that.
Yeah. And they started with the American blues.
That's right.
It's amazing. We thought the British invasion were all these innovators, the Beatles and the Stones and the Who and the Led Zeppelin. And then you talk to them, they're saying, all our heroes are American.
That's right. Rock and roll, man.
the soul and blues is the foundation of rock and roll.
Yeah. And now in Memphis, next month, May, they have the Blues Awards. In Seattle, Blues Society, which is a big one, has the newsletter, Blues Letter they call it. And they did a nice article on me and about Mick Jagger in there. And the front cover, we now have me holding the Mick Jagger moniker, and it's going to be distributed in Memphis with all the blues people like that. We were hoping Mick Jagger's picture itself would be on there, but unfortunately, we didn't get the legal rights, or it hadn't been okayed. But I'm going to be there as a guest of honor to present the award to whoever is going to be the harmonica winning the harmonica award there. So things are interesting. Things comes together in many different ways. And if I can just plug, I'm coming out my next new album. It'll be next month or so. It's called She Said Mahalo. And my album previously, which is very important, is my memoir. It's called Never Forget, and it was released in January 2022. So I'm excited always. I mean, not just the harmonica manufacturing, but I'm truly excited about what I can do as consider myself an artist and make my own record label, Dreams We Share, and it's a great time for me. It's better now than ever, you know. So I'm feeling good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I can't thank you enough. You've got such excitement here, and we know that you're touching the youth and the next generation, and it's so important to see music continue in the future. All this technology doesn't mean anything if you don't have creativity and a human touch. A robot is never going to play the harmonica like Lee Oskar does. So thank you for continuing to educate the next generation and plant those seeds that we need to fertilize and grow for the future.
Right on, man. Thank you
so much, Lee.
Thank you for having me on your show, man.
Appreciate it.